Christians in government, it's an important subject. How do we make sense of it all, especially today when there's so many questions on the table? I mean, some of those questions revolve around abortion or homosexual marriage or whether or not we can post the Ten Commandments, global warming. What about the economy, bailouts, health care, other monetary issues? If we're talking about the government, how should we view war, immigration, terrorism, drilling for oil, or lobbying groups? I mean, does the Bible even address all of those issues? It's a big topic, as you can see. How do we make sense of it all? And that's really the question that we want to get to today. How do we make sense of it all? And when we begin to think along those lines, the first issue we have to deal with is very simple. What does the Bible say government ought to be? What is the biblical role of government? And when we talk about the biblical role of government, one of the things we have to do first is sort of get Romans 13 on the table and then off the table. You say, what do you mean by that? Well, Romans 13 is certainly the primary text in the New Testament that talks about government. And so we've got to talk about it. But I want to get it off the table in the sense that it creates some misunderstanding among believers today in terms of the Christian's relationship to government. A lot of folk think that Romans 13, for example, is prescriptive. In other words, it's prescribing to us what government ought to be, when that's not the case. Romans 13 is simply descriptive. It is describing to us how government really is.